The No Fake Channel, checking in. On this episode of Dad's Gadgets, I'm going to show you how to restore the lost power to your home vacuum. Now, when you first get it home, you get it out of the box, this thing will suck a golf ball through a garden hose. But after a little bit of use, unfortunately, you recognize, you notice it's not working as well as it should, and that's why you came to today's video. If this is your first time to the channel, do me a favor, give this video a like and hit that red subscribe button. On this Dad's Gadget series, I just review gadgets on every episode to help you decide if it's right for you. And today, I'm going to help you decide if you should be fixing up your current gadget, and that is the vacuum. I do happen to really like this Shark vacuum. We've had it for well over a year now, and it keeps on ticking with just a little bit of maintenance. I'm going to keep this video as short as I can to help you out and to save you time, but YouTube hates short videos. So do me a solid, make sure you stick around to the end and make sure you drop a comment below and check in. So step number one, recognize why your vacuum just isn't working as well. And mainly it's because it's getting dirty, it's getting clogged. Hell, it's just getting used. So the easiest and quickest way to help restore your vacuum, and often overlooked, is to clean out the bottom of it. Oftentimes as we use it, it picks up hair, it picks up dirt, it picks up twine, picks up whatever your kids have managed to drop on the floor, and it just reduces the ability of this wheel on the bottom to turn over and pick up and grab a lot of that loose junk. And you can see here, and I'll put up a photo, it's just, this thing is just caked with it. Now there's two ways to kind of do this. You can't unscrew this, pull it out, and remove all of this hair. That does tend to become cumbersome, and depending on your make and model, it can be a bit of a nuisance. The quicker and easier way I've found is just simply to go through and cut the hair out and pull it out with your hand. You're going to end up with a whole glob of random hairs and stuff, but this thing will come extremely clean with just a few short minutes of that. All right, you can see it took less than 3 minutes, and I do this fairly often, and I still got a substantial amount. It's never gonna come out as perfectly clean as the day that you bought it, but hey, you wanna get it as clean as you can, and it doesn't take that long. Step number two is going to be to actually empty your vacuum. Oftentimes we get so used to just using it that we forget to empty it. And even though this is a bagless vacuum, the more full that this gets, guess what? It's not going to work as well. It even has like a max fill line here. But obviously, the more things that get packed in here, the less suction you're going to get. It's just not going to be as efficient. So you do want to actually go ahead and empty this out. I will say, when it gets really dirty, you're going to get a lot of like its and bits just kind of caked in there. You want to actually wash this thing out if you can. The only caveat to that is you're going to need to let it dry. So every once in a while, every month or two, when I actually think about it, let's just be honest, every 2 months or 3 months, I actually just empty it out, and then I give it a really good rinse, soak, and let it dry for good. And then the third and final step is going to be to actually clean or even change your filters. So these air filters are meant to capture particles of dirt and pollutants and keep them from kind of getting back into the air in your household. So they do work, but unfortunately, they get dirty, and they get dirty quite quickly. And when they do get dirty, they don't work as well. They're not able to pull in as much air into your vacuum. And again, this all goes into reducing the suction ability and the efficiency of your vacuum. So there's a couple ways you can fix these. You can't just wash these out with warm water. You can wash these out, soak them wash them, rinse them as good as you can, and you can just leave them to dry. Because they're spongy, if you got a hot day, that would only take 1 day to let them dry. Typically with me in New England, it takes me 2 days to let them dry, which can be a nuisance because with a family of 4, we use the vacuum every day. If they are really bad or if they are just really old, you can buy replacements. If you go on Amazon, like everything, Amazon has replacements. They've got the generic replacements that don't cost that much, especially if you buy them in a pack of 4 or so. And what that does is not only does it save you the time and effort of cleaning these out, obviously after a long enough time, they're just not going to be able to, you can only clean something so much. Obviously, you can just see that huge difference. And these aren't even that old. I've actually rinsed and washed these out 3 or 4 times already. But you can see the huge, huge difference. And I think the price point on these, if you buy in bulk, ends up being like $2 or $3. So obviously, these are going to go in the trash. We're going to plop this down. And because these are the generic ones, they don't cost as much, but they're going to be made in the same exact factory. Same goes for this other filter. You can just simply buy the replacement if you've already washed this and try to clean it a number of times, or you've had it for a while. And you can clearly see night and day on the difference automatically how much cleaner this is. And there you have it, the 3 quick steps to help get your vacuum functioning as good as new, or at least as close to it as possible. Over the long haul, eventually your hoses will actually crack and become brittle. Those can be replaced as well, but the cost on replacing those tends to be around $30 to $40. And if your vacuum is really old, at that price point, you might want to consider just getting a brand new vacuum altogether. But overall, you can keep your vacuums running very, very well for quite a long period of time with just those 3 quick steps. And hopefully you found it informative. If you came this far in the video, drop a comment. Let me know if you've got any questions. Let me know if you've got a bagless vacuum and if you like the one that you're using. I'm always curious how people like the brand name that they got and that they are using in their home household. Also, I'll put Amazon affiliate links to everything you see in today's video to help you find it if it's something that you're looking to pick up and help rejuvenate your home vacuum. As usual, thank you so much for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back.
This channel is dedicated to my life as a father of 2 wonderful children, and it centers around health, fitness, and all of the tricks and tribulations that I go through to try to be a great parent to my children and still accomplish my own personal goals.